Welcome. Thank you for joining in. Today I am going to be playing mono blue Belcher, blue white Belcher. I mean it's mono blue, right? We're running one white card in the sideboard. Does run white lands though. But yeah, we're going to be running Belcher today. The list that I'm going to be playing recently got 5th place in the Modern Challenge. Couldn't really explain everything about this list. This is the first time playing it, but pretty standard. You have your main deck lands, which there's 23 of them, but they're not technically lands, they're spells. So when you activate Goblin Charbelcher to look for a land, these don't count as lands. So it goes through your entire deck. And when it goes through your entire deck, you reveal and you deal damage equal to the number of non-land cards revealed this way to any target, which you target your opponent. So because you don't run any lands, you reveal your entire deck. However many cards you have left in your deck when you activate is how much damage you deal. That is how you win the game. There's no other way to really win. We're not going to be attacking with Tameshi to deal 20 damage. That's just not happening. Maybe, maybe in a rare occurrence it happens. But yeah, so these lands, I mean, they're the MDFCs. MDFCs, yeah. They're MDFCs. I don't really think you're looking to play any of these. You might play a Jawari Disruption at some point. Bane Veil might come in handy against like a red-white or tokens or something. Maybe against Affinity. Who knows? So that might come into play from time to time. Sink into Stupor, yeah. I mean, definitely comes into play. Probably, I would imagine Sink into Stupor is the one that I'm going to play the most. So you get Restoration late game, maybe. Probably not, though. And then you have your Stern Scolding, a couple Spell Snares. Thundertrap Trainer is really nice, and Philology Archaeologist. Those are there to help search for your Lotus Bloom and your Goblin Charbelcher. 1 Singleton of Force of Negation. You have 4 Flare of Denials. Flare of Denial is amazing in this deck because you're running 8 creatures that you just do not care about. You could even sacrifice Tameshi if need be. Then you have your 4 Goblin Charbelcher, 1 Singleton Subtlety that the list I had previously was an Into the Floodmaw. I don't know if Into the Floodmaw is just better than Subtlety. I think Subtlety's all right because it is a flyer, so it does, if you protect it, can deal some damage. I don't know. Your 4 Wear of Invention, really good. End of turn, you can pay 3 mana, search for a Lotus Bloom, and put it into play. Following turn, you can cast a Goblin Charbelcher and activate, provided you have 4 lands in play. So pretty sweet. Disrupting Shoal, really nice because you can pitch. You have a variety of casting costs. You have 0. Well, you wouldn't pitch Lotus Bloom, but you have Stern Scolding, Spell Snare at 1. You have 8 at 2. You have a bunch at 3. And then you have a whole slew of different casting costs between 2, 3, 4, 5. So Disrupting Shoal is really nice because you can pitch a lot of cards to counter a multitude of things. In the sideboard, there is 1 Mountain. One Mountain comes in against decks that might have any sort of like Boseiju or land destruction, and you can search for a mountain. The reason why you run a mountain over an island, because Goblin Charbelcher reveals Goblin. Okay, the reason why you run a mountain over an island is because Goblin Charbelcher reads if the revealed land card was a mountain, this artifact deals double that damage instead. So in a game where we bring Mountain in because they have Boseiju or any sort of land destruction, we want to be able to Charbelcher and know that we're still going to be able to beat them. If we put an island in and only reveal 10 cards, we're only dealing 10 damage. But if we put a mountain in and we reveal the mountain after 10 cards, we're going to be dealing 20 damage. So it just makes it so it's a lot more likely that we'll beat them. It does run the risk of if they destroy all the lands and we only have a mountain, we can't cast anything. But I think the potential of winning more easily outweighs the risk. Single Tormod's Crypt, obvious reasons. Every deck is like running some sort of reanimation lately. We've got Duskgrove's Reliquary, which is really nice because just exiles a target artifact or creature an opponent controls, and you can search for it with Whir of Invention. So the fact that it's an artifact is really nice. 3 consigned to memory. Any deck running blue should be running 3 to 4 consigned to memory in the sideboard. Flusterstorm, great against those counter matchups. If we're going up against Storm, it's really nice. Really just a great 1-mana counter spell, really. 2 into the Floodmaw. Torpor Orb, great against those blink matchups. Probably good against some other things too. I mean, Torpor Orb is even good against Archon of Cruelty, right? I don't know that we'd bring it in for that though, but nonetheless, it's there. Mystical Dispute, Force of Negation, makes sense. And then 2 Harbinger of the Seas, because there's a lot of 3-color, 4-color decks out there that are just running the show. So we're going to take care of those. And we are back for match 1. We won the die roll, so we will play first. So 4 lands. So for our lands, we have 3 lands. We have Tameshi. We have the Whir of Invention. So I don't know if this is a great hand. I mean, we have the Whir to get ourselves the Lotus Petal, but we don't have anything to search. Like, I don't have any way to, like, really dig through the deck. Like, is this something I mulligan? I don't know. Like, what am I really doing? I do have Spell Snare to counter. I have Flare of Denial if I play Tameshi. But other than that, I don't have much. I feel like this would be a mulligan. But I'm going to keep it anyway, and I guess we'll learn. We're going to play the Bane, and then next turn we'll play the Seagate untapped and keep Spell Snare up. Alright, Steam Vents untapped. Signal Pest. What is this? Is this 2012? Okay, so I'm gonna keep my plays up. So I've got Spell Snare, and I do have a Subtlety now. Tortmod's Crypt. Okay. So it looks like this is probably just an aggressive Pinnacle Emissary affinity list that's running Signal Pest as well. Signal Pest is actually really good with the 1/1 flying drones, right? I actually kind of like what he's doing there. It's very nice that he did not have the... So I think I pitched the Spell Snare, right? What did you put on top? Yeah, he put on top. So now he attacks. Oh, he has another Signal Pest. Okay. So we know he's got... We know he has that, which is 7. If we were for the Lotus Petal and draw a Charbelcher, or we can keep the Flare of Denial up. So we're definitely playing this. Now the question is, do we let him get his Thought Monitor, but then we're behind a turn? But I think if we counter the Thought Monitor, puts, I mean, he doesn't have much outside of that, right? Well, to be fair, I could have played the Tameshi, I guess, but that would have been pointless. So now we're behind on the Whir, but getting the Lotus Petal doesn't win us the game anyway, because we still need another land and a Charbelcher. So I think stopping the card draw there makes sense. So this triggers twice now. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm at 10. Thundertrap Trainer is nice. Non-creature, non-land card. I think I want to grab the land, so then... Yeah, we're going to grab the land. We're going to play it. So now we can Whir soon and Charbelcher. I mean, we might just get Charbelcher cast it next turn. I at least have one blocker for one of these. Oh, I can't block those. Okay. All right. We haven't lost yet. Springleaf Drum. Okay, so we're still in this. Seagate Restoration doesn't help us any. I think we keep the Seagate in our hand, right? Because it costs 7. Thought Monitor costs 7, so we could disrupt and shoal. We're gonna Whir of Invention to get our Lotus Petal and hope we draw into a Charbelcher. Gonna keep that up. Attacking doesn't make any difference right now. Not that it can block any of this. But if he were to draw something else... I wonder if he runs main deck Galvanic Blast. That would suck. It's probably got Metallic Rebuke up for my Whir of Invention. In that case, we have Disrupting Shoal. We'll get our Lotus Bloom. Now we hope to draw Belcher. I think we can try for this, right? Float. We'll get undo. Get a blue and then get a bunch of white. And we're going to activate this to get this back. We're going to tap white, say done, return to land. Now we draw a card. Do we draw Belcher? Yeah, he had the Tormod's Crypt. Doesn't matter because we didn't draw it anyway. So we lost this one. Alright. So we're going up against Affinity. They're going to be running counter spells. They're going to be running likely a Pithing Needle. Consign's kind of weak against them. It's a bunch of, like, the best spell they're going to cast is going to be colored with Kappa or with so I think the best thing we can do, we don't have Hercule's Recall or anything like that, which is kind of not good. Spell Snare, spell with mana value 2, Metallic Rebuke they're using Force of Negation. What else could they be using? I play Affinity and I'm having a hard time thinking of like what's in the sideboard, but their list is also different. But in general, they've got like Consigns. I know they'll probably bring in. I know they've got Metallic Rebukes, Pithing Needle. They'll probably bring in Blood Moon. So really just want the counter spells. I don't know that Into the Floodmaw is any good. Don't know that that's any good. So yeah, just a couple of counter spells. I don't think Subtlety is really all that great here. I don't think Spell Snare is all that great. They don't have anything that costs 2 mana other than Cranial Plating. Not gonna really worry about a Cranial Plating. They have bigger things. Stern Scolding's alright. And then I think maybe just taking out like a Waterlog Teachings. 22 lands is fine. I think I like that. We'll submit this. And I will be on the play here. So for lands, I've got 3 lands. I have 2 Lotus Blooms. I can, like, this is a much better hand. Like, how does this not just seem so much better? So we'll suspend those. I do have a Flusterstorm, which is going to be good. They're likely going to have Consign, Blood Moon. That was a strange turn 1 for Affinity. Typically when you see something like that, I know when I do something like that, it's because I've got Pinnacle Emissary in my hand, but I don't have the blue mana, so I'm hoping to draw it the following turn, or I need like an Opal or another 0 cost or something to get the mana that I need. So now that I've done that, I think there's nothing. I might want to keep a counter spell up. We're gonna do this. Do I leave a counter spell up? I don't know that I don't think so. We're gonna Thunder Trap Trainer. We'll get the Mystical Dispute, or do I need the land? Yeah, we'll get the Mystical Dispute. So now does he just go off with a bunch of zero cost stuff? Yep. As I say, now he plays the land so he can make a construct. So definitely don't regret playing the Thunder Trap. There's nothing I really would have countered there. All right, so we have the Dispute now. We have the Sink, Jawari. So I think we play the Suppression Ray. And then we passed turn. Past the turn. Who knows, maybe next turn we just draw Belcher. They don't have a counter spell. But we definitely want to protect it nonetheless. Just probably going to make another construct here. Man, I can only imagine having a Hercules recall though. Like just play recall and have Flusterstorm up to counter, like to protect it. Like, it just seems crazy to me. I'll take it. Going to have all the mana next turn. He's likely got Metallic Rebuke or Force or something. That's for sure. I have to save the sink into Stupor for the Pithing Needle end of his turn, or the turn that I go off. Could have a couple consigns here. Oh, copy. Can I not copy the replicate? Like, why would it not let me? Like, why would it not let me replicate? Like, counter target instant or sources spell. Why can't I counter the replicate? Is that not a thing? You can't counter or replicate? I've never tried, I guess. Oh, now I can. That's weird. That's strange. I wish I had known how that stacked. That's a waste. Oh, he was countering the trigger. Okay. Got it. Still can't do much of anything. So definitely need to understand how that the trigger worked there on the replicate. Because I could be sitting here with a metallic rebuke in hand had I played that correctly. Like, I could sink into stupor this, but then I'd still have to deal with the pithing needle. So I'm just gonna block for now. Really just need the Char Belcher, which I've yet to see. So there's the Char Belcher. So I just have to pray. So I sink into stupor the pithing needle. Then on my turn, I cast the Char Belcher activate. I guess I could have played the Char Belcher already, but then I have to deal with the potential of him having any sort of removal for it. I don't know that they run removal for it. I think they just have the pithing needle and hope. Definitely block the 7 there. If they have any sort of counter spell, I think I just lose. Like, the only thing I have is Jawari. Flare of Denial would be nice if I had a creature. Let's see. Yeah. Blocking there. I guess I mean, if I didn't block, I take, that would have been 7, would have been 8, 9. And I was at 10 at the time. Yep. So that was a rough start. I'm trying to think. If I didn't block there, I'd go to 1 if he activates. I didn't have the flare at the time, but holding up in case I draw the flare. Like, what are the odds? And yeah, I mean, I know I could have flared the Belcher there, but then I just lose from an attack next turn. So I don't know if I could have played that differently. And even if I did play it differently, trying to think, he activates that gives another artifact. So that'd be 1. That was 7, so would have gone to 8. I would have taken 9 and gone to 1. Yeah, I think just taking the damage and leaving my creature up was the right play. Nevertheless, we have other rounds to play. I'll be back for match 2. We are back for match 2. I have lost the die roll, so I will be on the draw. Looks like we've got 2 lands, but we do have Falaji. We have a Lotus Bloom and a Thundertrap Trainer, along with Tameshi and Disrupting Shoal. So this seems like a solid hand. And we're on the draw, so we're going to keep. Ugin's Labyrinth. Okay. So we are going to play Suspend the Lotus Bloom, Jawari Disruption, and pass. Alright, so they're pumping out. They're going to do a turn 2 Karn. Get Pithing Needle. Yep. Or Thought Not Seer. Do I have anything for 4? I do not. Okay. So he'll probably take Disrupting Shoal. I feel like he'd take Disrupting Shoal or maybe one of my Sea Gates. Doesn't hurt to target the lands. He took the Tameshi. Okay. That makes sense, though. Stops the combo going. Let's reveal that. So we got the Charbelcher now, so that's pretty sweet. So we're going to play a Seagate. Take 3. And we're going to... Well, Thundertrap Trainer first, I think. Yeah. Now we're looking for lands, counterspells. We could go for another Belcher in case he has another Thought Not Seer. But right now we're currently 1 land short, so grabbing a land does not hurt at all. And if he does have another Thought Not Seer, we'll have the Disrupting Shoal on the Waterlogged Teachings. So I think that's a solid play. Disrupting Shoal is awesome. It's such an awesome card. We'll take the 4. There's no reason to block. If we draw a Flare of Denial, it'll be nice to have a creature. They had no land, so that's awesome. So now the thing is we need to play the Waterlogged Teachings so we can play the Seagate next turn. Or we can Whir of Invention into another Lotus Bloom. So I'll have 2 Lotus Blooms. But they could have a Warping Whale. This is sorcery spell, though. I think it's safer to play the Seagate and leave up this Disrupting Shoal into Waterlogged Teachings, and then I can Whir of Invention for another Lotus Bloom and have 2 blooms and 3 lands, so that's a total of 9 mana. I like that play. And coincidentally, they're stuck on land. So we'll block here. Or do we block here? There's nothing they can really do, right? We won't block here. We'll take the 4. They're not going to be able to deal another 6 damage. This is why we played it this way. Now we're going to Whir for 0. Grab another Lotus Bloom. Get this Lotus Bloom. And then we drew another Charbelcher. And that's game. Says the game has ended. Am I lagging that bad? I was like, what is going on? What a lag there. Okay. So I played that perfectly. I called out he might have another Thought Knot. I don't think it mattered there, but I wanted to do it anyway. So that was pretty sweet. Playing Tron long enough, I know what they're trying to do. So we definitely want Harbingers. So they're running basically my list. So if we look at there's nothing really. I mean, Spell Snare stops Disruptor Flute. It stops the Stone Brain. It stops Mind Stone. So that might be worth keeping in. Stern Scolding we take out. I have no problem taking out one of the Waterlogged Teachings. Disrupting Shoals aren't bad. I don't know if I want Force of Negation. I guess it stops Kozilek's Command. It stops their Planeswalkers. Probably do want Force of Negations. Subtlety stops their creatures, kind of. It stops Karn, but it's not the greatest, I don't think. Not a one of. I think Shoal. Would I take out a couple flares? If they aren't all as dust, Tameshi might actually be a liability with Kozilek's command. And then we need to cut one more. Do we just cut one Shoal? I don't want to cut flares. Maybe cut a trainer. Or Philaji, because again, they have Kozilek's command and can exile something when I want. We'll go with that. All right. Game 2. We have everything we could ask for. So we're going to keep. So I'm going to turn to Mind Stone. Yep. Expedition map. Okay. That was a good turn 1 for them. But I like our turn 1 too. We're going to suspend Lotus Bloom. And we're going to do this. We will take 3. Because we have Consign, and you know I have Consign. And they just passed turn. Downside to playing the land untapped last turn. Expedition map. You got it. Disruptor Flute. We're gonna disrupt and shoal that. This is why I kept the shoals in. So we just need a land. We have Force of Negation for anything outrageous. If he has another Thought-Knot Seer, though, that's tricky. Laren Trigger's fine. So that triggers. So we just need an untapped land. Untapped land. That is not an untapped land. I'm gonna keep the Bane. Well, will they? Yeah, they don't have anything to take out my lands. I just want him to think that we have something, so he questions. But I mean, at this point, he has to do whatever. So he's praying to draw something. Or does he just win? Flashbreaker might just win him the game here. Always yield. And he didn't draw anything. Sweet. So I really like this matchup. I play a lot of Tron. It's the main deck that I play. And I hate going up against Blue Belcher. It's a very hard matchup. There's definitely ways to win if you can get the early Disruptor Flute. I think the Stormbrain is actually better because you get the card out of the deck as opposed to having something in play that can easily be bounced with Sink into Stupor. But I haven't played it on this side before, so it was definitely interesting. Definitely fun. Definitely weird to be playing against the deck that I typically play. With the deck that I hate playing against. It was different, but that was fun. I loved game one, how I was able to call out what they might do, and I was able to play around it. At that point I had drawn the second Belcher, so who cared at that point, but nonetheless, it's nice to see those lines of play. So good match nonetheless, and I will be back for match 3. We are back for match 3. We have lost the roll, so I will be on the draw here. And let's just see what we're working with. So we have 3 lands, 2 Searcher creatures. We have Lotus Bloom and a Disrupting Shoal. This is a great hand. I'm going to keep. It'd be great if we can draw an untap land for our turn 2, so we can cast Philaji or Thunder Trap. Looks like our opponent is AFK. All right, opponent is back. Catacombs into Bauble. Okay. That's cool. So we got what we wanted. So let's play Suppression Ray. Let's suspend Lotus Bloom. Pass turn. I played the Suppression Ray first. Not that it matters this early, but I always try to keep my mana, like having different cost spells when I've got Disrupt Control in hand. Just something I always think about, because now if I draw a different land, I can play that and keep the Suppression Ray in hand. So it looks like we're going up against John de Goyf. Oh, I probably could have Disrupt Controlled that. Would I have wanted to? Probably not. I don't know that I'm that worried about fear of missing out. Alright, so it's a 2-3, so we're going to play the Philology first. Definitely need... So next turn... we'll play Thunder Trap Trainer. We're really just digging for a Char Belcher right now. Wow, he played Seiju as a land. That's interesting. Reveals. That's pretty cool. Fear of missing out, giving Ragavan another trigger, so he's going to exile 2 cards. So Tameshi and Jawari. Not having a one cast and cost in my hand is hurting. Okay. Spell Snare would be good if I'm going to have the mana up, but I have to cast Thunder Trap Trainer and pray. We get a Belcher. I hope we just don't die here. I think we just die, right? That's 4, 5, 6. I take 2, go to 9. Then I take 4, 5, 6, go to 3. So I'm not dead yet. All depends on what he does here. Like if he kills my trainer. So take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So he just wins. Turns out I should have gotten rid of the FOMO. So we definitely want this. Definitely want that. Definitely want the Flood Maws. Definitely want Harbingers. I think I can take out... I would take out a Waterlogged Teachings. I don't see why you can't take a land out. And I think Flare... I think I want Force of Negation out. Counter target creature spell with power or toughness 2 or less. I mean, that's pretty good. The spell snares, probably pretty good. Take out Trainer. Maybe take out one Flare. One Shoal. One Whir. You're just kind of a little, just trimming down. There's nothing I really want to take out a lot of. Also, I probably want to bring in the mountain, right? And if that's the case, I can probably trim down one more land. So I'll still have 22 lands. Definitely got to look into a sideboard guide and figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. All right. Game 2. We will play. Two-lander, but we have 2 Lotus Blooms. We do have a Spell Snare. It's tough to say no to this. I think we're going to need to hopefully draw into something, but we don't need Spell Snare for turn 1. Oops. Thoughtseize. Ragavan. Thoughtseize. Yep. There goes my Belcher. I'd imagine. Okay, so he thinks he's just gonna beat me beforehand, or he's got like, Pithing Needle, something to take the. He might have. What was he? God damn it! Yep, that will do it too. We have answers to that though. Try to go find one of those answers. That's a little late. So we'll get this. We'll play it. Teacot. What does he? So we have lots of answers. I mean, we have Into the Floodmaw, we have Sink into Stupor. Actually, I think that's about it. But I mean, they're answers nonetheless. Well, now we're out of answers. That is a combo. That I don't know that I can get out of now. So he just so happened to have Collector Oof and Magus of the Moon. That's don't think I have anything to get out of that. This is where that mountain being an island would benefit, but I do have Sink into Stupor, but that doesn't help. What do I have? Do I have an answer? I don't think I do. I don't know this list well enough. I'm going to take a look real quick. Actually, let's take a look at the list. Collection. Or not. Jesus. This doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. Player doesn't do anything. Yeah, I have no answer to this, so I'm just gonna concede. Yep. So that's rough. To have Collector Oof and immediately after have Magus of the Moon is pretty good against this deck if I don't have any sort of counters, which he took out the one counter I had against it. So, yeah, that's one way to do it. Let's see if we can salvage this. I will be back for match 4. We are back for match 4. I have won the die roll, so I will play first. We have 3 lands, 2 searchers, a subtlety, it's a meshy. I mean, it'd be nice to have a Lotus Bloom or Belcher in hand, but not a bad hand. Opponent mulligan to 6. So play the Suppression Ray. Pass turn. What is it with playing against Ragavan today? What is going on? Two Ragavan decks in a row. All right, so we got Belcher, so that's pretty sweet. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna play Philaji here to have a blocker. Until they bolt it, of course, but... So we have Sink into Stupor or Lotus Bloom. Well, if we get the Sink... I think we just get the Lotus Bloom, say go. The sink is another land that we would need otherwise. But let's get the Lotus Bloom and suspend it. Here comes the bolt. Revealed Seagate. He's not doing much with that. Temple Garden? Wait, what? Oh, Zoo. Okay, Zoo. It's been a while since I played against Zoo, clearly. Another archaeologist. So we're gonna play the archaeologist. And we have subtlety. So for the next creature, let's see what we get here. We got flare. That's solid. And then we're gonna play this. We're gonna pass turn. So we have subtlety and flare. Okay. He really wants that Ragavan to exile. So I feel like this is going to be tough because they run ley lines, they run main deck consign. They do run stubborn denial. So against Domain Zoo, I don't even know. So we can cast Tameshi. And Tameshi can get us to the lands that we need with Lotus Bloom. So I might subtlety this. Get rid of the flare. Just because I'm not going to have a creature to use flare with. I guess I could play the Thundertrap Trainer, but he also just used his put on the bottom. I was gonna say, so if we draw a land here, I think we just play the Thundertrap Trainer. And we did draw the land. So we're gonna play the Thundertrap Trainer. Stern Skolden. Yeah, I mean, this is really the only play. I've got Lotus Bloom coming next turn. Triple bolt. Ah, he's got Kavu. Or he could have Scion here, actually. But he does have, what, Stern Scolding? I mean, a Stubborn Denial. So I got to play around that's non-creature spell. He could have Consign, which is... So he's doing this, so I block because he's afraid I have Flare. That's fine. I kind of want him to tap out so he doesn't have Stubborn Denial up. A little Stern Scolding that, because it's about one thing I can Stern Scolding. I think we're good, unless he has a Leyline during my upkeep. He didn't. So we should just be good to cast Belcher and win. Zoo. I mean, we definitely want Harbingers, right? Make it harder for him to play stuff. Definitely want something for creatures. This is tough because it's creatures, but he's going to have counter spells. He's going to bring in like Wear Tears, Consigns. I feel like Flare's not going to be as great because he can kill my stuff, but could have Clarion Conqueror as well. So I need to be able to bring stuff in for that. What am I really... He's going to have Consign and Stubborn Denial. Do I care a lot where I'm bringing in a bunch of counter spells for that? I think I need to worry more about like Leylines. Leyline I don't even really think I need to worry about, right? Because you can't get rid of Belcher without me activating it. So you'd have to get rid of the... Yeah, I don't think Leyline's all that worryful. I think the biggest thing is going to be Clarion Conqueror. And the Consigns. So maybe take out the Flusterstorms. That might be a little much. Maybe take out the Force of Negations. Probably take this out too. Yeah, I might just do that. And then Stern Scolding's okay. Spell Snare's not all that great, so I'll take out the Spell Snares. I've already taken out one land, so maybe just take out... I want to take out Flare. Flare's too good. I'll take out one Archaeologist, I guess. Archaeologist just blocks. There you go. The Archaeologist just blocks the Ragavan all day, so take out a Trainer. We'll see if that works. One land, two land, three land, four land. Belcher, Tameshi, Harbinger. Might be a little slow on the draw, but I don't have any counterspell though. I do have Sync, but that's a little slow. We'll keep. Hopefully they just say go. Not so lucky. Just play tap land, pass turn. Don't go Ragavan. Just don't do it. Alright. Now they're just toying with me. Don't have Ragavan. Don't do it. Son of a... Alright. Harbinger's garbage now. Ugh. Looks like we're going to game 3. No, my Lotus Blue. Another one. Kavu. Yep. Something. Ugh. It's not looking good. Another Kavu. Yep. I mean, at least those will be smaller if I can get this Harbinger to stick, but odds of that happening. So I have Bain, which is nice, right? So I can play the Sync, play the Tameshi. Or do I even play the Tameshi? I think I leave Bain up. Well, I want to get Belcher into play. She's going to get the colored mana here, which is the frustrating part. And then he sacrifices his treasure. Just say go. Just say go. No! He's gonna Tribal Flames. Why would he not just Tribal? I guess. Yeah. So I played Belcher. I just lose because I'd be taking 3. That's annoying. So I have to do this. Play the Tameshi and keep Flare up, I guess. Could easily have Stubborn Denial here. Drawing 3 Belchers is frustrating. Because they just sit in your hand until you can play them. I have no way of winning. Unless I somehow live this turn. Block here, live this turn, draw. Whir of Invention. So, Whir of Invention and not dying this turn seems very unlikely. And keeping my Tameshi alive. I mean, if I block here, Tribal Flame still kills me, so I'm gonna block the Ragavan. I guess I died a Bolt, but I mean, I lose even if I... Like, I have Flare if he has Bolt, which then I still lose no matter what. I think he's confused as to why I blocked that way. But if I draw a Whir of Invention, I can get there. So here comes a ley line, probably. The fact that he cast white, or he has a Flage. It's my only out. I could draw into the Flood Maw. Or he might just have... I mean, I lose now because now it's in the graveyard. He just plays it next turn. Ragavan. Bolt. Why are you just like... Oh, okay, so he's got the Bolt. He wants to wait to see if I have Force of Negation. Is my guess. No. We'll just concede. We're going to go to game 3. I mean, having Spell Snare for Kavu isn't terrible, but really that's all it counters, right? Like, it counters Kavu. Yeah, it literally just counters Kavu. I think I just need a better hand. I think that was just a rough hand. I will play first. 2 lands, 3 lands, 4 lands with a Lotus Bloom and a Tameshi and a Disrupting Shoal with a Jawari. We will keep. Disrupting Shoal with Jawari is nice. Just don't have... I was saying, just don't have the turn 1 Ragavan again. Alright. So Suspend goes to 2. Suspend goes to 2. There we go. Thundertrap Trainer is nice. So we're going to play... This deals 3, right? Yeah. So we're going to play this. Cast the Thundertrap Trainer. And see if we can get the Belcher. We did. We will grab the Belcher. Next turn, we can keep Sink into Stupor up, maybe? I think we want to play... Let's see here. I definitely want to play Tameshi, right? Because if I get the Suspend with Tameshi out, I can play around Stubborn Denial. 2 mana. Disrupting Shoal. Do I care about that right now? Clarion Conqueror costs 3. Stubborn Denial costs 1. Do I care about that right now? Don't think I do. Philages, solid. So if I play Sink and keep Tameshi alive, I just win next turn. Or I can play the Philagi. And keep Disrupting Shoal up for Clarion Conqueror. I think I like that play. Because if I get a Flare... Whiffed. All creatures. What in the world? The thing is I can play Tameshi the same turn. If they have... They most likely have a Consign, right? I expect a Consign here. He's probably got Consign. If he replicates it, there's not much I can do. Physical Dispute. It's Mystical Dispute and he's tapped out. I just Disrupting Shoal the Tameshi and play this. Damn it. Yep. So that's fine. So now, if I play Tameshi, I just bring it back, right? Return a land you control to its owner's hand. Pay 1. So I draw a card. And then I get 3 whites. Turn a land. Get 3 whites. Turn a land. Get 3 whites. I get 3 more white. Turn a land. And then I'm going to use 4 of it to cast Belcher. There we go. All right. That was awesome. Tameshi is great. That was a fun match. Not much to say about that other than I think I played it okay. There's a lot that I might be like not seeing with Tameshi maybe. I felt like I saw that line of play. Just wasn't thinking when he killed it, shit, what do I do? Then I realized I kept my Sink into Super in hand. So yeah, for a brief moment I forgot Sink was in my hand and it comes into play untapped. So I thought, damn it, I can't do the loop now. And then realized, oh wait, I do have that additional land and I do have enough mana. So that was awesome. We're 2-2. I'll be back for round 5. We are back for match 5. We're currently 2-2. And we are on the draw. We have 3 lands with the whir, so not terrible. Do we want to turn to Thundertrap Train? I mean, we're keeping. Valakut, okay. So we are definitely gonna turn to Thundertrap Trainer now. Having the flare. Or do we just go for the win? What could hurt us the most here? Because we can just end of turn where I don't think they can win that quickly, right? Is that Scapeshift deck? It is. So Planar Genesis. Trying to get his mountains out. Play an additional land on each of your turns. You can play lands from your graveyard. Whenever a land you control enters, you mill a card. I think that's fine for now. Okay. So we have Tameshi if need be. Okay, I think we play the Belcher if they have anything. We have Flare. So then I think they just win next turn, right? So I think we just play the Belcher and leave up if they have anything. I don't think they have anything. Let's just try to win. Do they have any way to stop an activated ability? No. Alright. Game 2. Take out a Stern Scolding. Because I know they bring in counter spells and such to protect their Scapeshift. Yeah. We'll keep. Their Tormod script stops the Ice Till. We just hope to draw like a Harbinger. Because we'll have Whir of Invention to search for Belcher with 4 lands and Lotus Bloom if we don't find a Belcher. That's fine. That is fine. Gets his battle cut. Come on. Harbinger. Harbinger. Oh, that was the end of my turn. All right. Let's draw Harbinger. Let's go. I was like, why didn't my Lotus Bloom trigger? So I think we played some Meshy here. Or... Definitely want to keep Mystical Dispute up. Keep the dispute up. Cast the Lotus Bloom. Here comes a consign, actually. So he's going to replicate. Yeah. He didn't replicate. One, two, three. We're going to just dispute that. I mean, at this point, I've got 7 lands. Like, what's the point of doing a War of Invention? Drawing pretty rough here. If he gets Scapeshift, I think I just lose. One, two, three, 4. So even if he only has 10, he gets 7 back. So if he has 7, he sacrifices 6 of them and gets 6 back. That's 18. Yeah, so I would just lose if he has Scapeshift. Fully expect there to be a counterspell here. Just waiting for my Belcher. Or he has the removal here. I cannot draw for the life of me. Why do you play that untapped? I guess because it doesn't matter against Belcher. Your land total. Your life total does not matter. Yeah, that's... Search. I got nothing. Doesn't matter. I've got the land to play everything anyway. I just need the Belcher. But if he's got Scapeshift here... I was going to say, it looks like a Dryad. you have a counter spell? Yep. I've got nothing, man. So every land he casts is now a lightning bolt. Or it casts. Every land he plays is a lightning bolt. So now next turn I can bring Belcher back. Hope this flare sticks. I guess he just has a land to kill it, and then I'm screwed anyway. It's one less damage from me, so now I just need to top deck. Belcher. This game, man. The issue I'm running into is he is just getting counter spells into his hand. So even if I were to draw the Belcher, like, it's just taking way too long. I will block, sir. What a game. He's gonna have the galvanic discharge. That's awesome. Okay. What you got? Try your Scapeshift. Return it. Isotil. Yeah, he gets to play 2 lands and just wins. All right, next game. That was infuriating. I mean, I did have Tormod's Crypt, but... I like Into the Flood mod because if he casts Scapeshift while I have Into the Flood mod, I can bounce his Dryad if he's banking on Dryad. All right, we'll play first. Here we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lands. No counter spells, nothing. Well, 3 lands. We have the Whir, so. We have the Thundertrap Trainer. Mull to 6. Let's draw it into a Harbinger. That'd be great. Thundertrap Trainer. Flare. We got a Flare. That's pretty sweet. Unless he bolts it. So we have 2. So now we'll end of turn, Whir of Invention. We have the Flare. Unless he has the... Of course. Well, I guess we would... Do we just Whir of Invention now? No, because he can just get blue for consign. Well, he can't consign it, right? Yeah, I think we do this. In response, because we would have been able to sacrifice the to anything that he'd respond with, so... Definitely want this Thundertrap in. Get another Flare. We get another Belcher. We get another Flare, because we can cast a Flare, sack a Flare. The question is, do I just play Belcher? Do they have... Sure. Like he's got consign, right? Clearly. Let's see if we can get something. So now if he has consign, I can flare. Sure. So he has 2 cards on hand. We go for it. So we consigned it twice. So we go, let it copy. Then we're gonna flare by sacrificing. And flare again. So he now has to have. Are you kidding me? The final card? Really? Is it Bezeju? No. He had it. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Double consign. Can't beat that. Thought my odds were pretty good there. So the War of Invention, I just need 1 more land and I can get the Belcher, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Here comes. Okay, so cycling. So we want to draw an untapped land. And we did. He's not going to attack with a grazer. How boring. Let's see if this sticks. Do we get the Belcher? Is that it? Do you have anything? You have to be kidding me. He's searching. What did you grab? Planar Genesis. Okay. We grab the Belcher. Why isn't that showing me what he grabbed? Okay. That's like best case scenario. We have Into the Flood Maw. Good game. Trigger is still on the stack. Trigger is still on the stack. There we go. So that game 2 was crazy. So, yeah, that was definitely an interesting match. I think Tormart's Crypt was worthless bringing in. Definitely glad I brought Into the Flood Mods in. They definitely good against the Leyline Binding there, clearly. But even against Dryad, when they, like, if they're going all in with Dryad out, you can respond and bounce Dryad so Valakut doesn't do anything. Or hopefully doesn't do anything, depends on the number of plans that they have. But yeah, good match. We went 3-2. Good stuff. I'll be back for the recap. All right. So overall, very happy with the deck. Clearly, second time playing this. Third time playing this. I think the third time I've played this. So, and it has changed since the last time I played it too. But nonetheless, you know, definitely things I need to remember with the deck and just be understanding of. But overall, I felt like the deck was really good. I can see why people are continuing to win quite a bit with it, especially if you're very familiar with the matchups and what you're looking to do and stop. I definitely need to learn the sideboarding a little bit better. I think I did okay. But the deck felt great. I mean, we lost 2 matches pretty easily. The first one was pretty rough, but you know, we were 1-2 and we came back to 3-2 the league. Deck's fun. Deck's definitely fun. I don't know if I could see myself playing this a ton. But it feels like a control deck, and then you just kind of piece together your win with Belcher, and it can definitely get there. I think a Hercules recall in the sideboard would be nice. This list, again, I copied a list that was there. I think a Hercules recall would be good against Affinity, because right now that matchup just seems abysmal. I don't know how you win that if they get a fast start. But yeah, I love the deck. I can definitely see myself playing it again. I just don't see myself, sticking to this. It's definitely different from Tron, that's for sure. But yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. Deck's powerful, can do a lot of stuff. If you're looking to play a deck that's controlling, but is also a combo with a lot of interaction, that's kind of what this deck is. You kind of act as a control deck with a lot of interaction and just kind of piece together your streamlined win. It's very linear, right? You're really looking to utilize a Word of Invention of turn to get your Lotus Bloom to follow up with the land and Charbelcher to win. Protect it with a trainer or archaeologist and play with a Flare of Denial for counter spells. You can get to 7 lands if you have a Lotus Bloom in Word of Invention. If you get to 7 lands, you can end of turn Word of Invention the Belcher into play. It's a nice way to get around Consign to Memory. So there's all sorts of things that you can do to get the Belcher into play to win. And I think the deck is great. And it keeps winning. So yeah, if you're looking for something similar and looking to have some fun, definitely try this out. With that, I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you're watching on YouTube, please take the time to like and subscribe. It really does go a long way. Looking to increase my viewer count. So any sort of comments, any likes, subscriptions, really helping me there. So other than that, Appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.